Hey guys, Nick Biddle here coming at you with this week's Leadership Drip, and this is step 2 of a series all around leadership development. And not just how do we develop ourselves as a leader, but how do we develop that next guy? How do we develop your replacement? That's what we're talking about this month. In the homework assignment that I gave you last week, I asked you to build a list of qualities and skills that you believe a great foreman would possess or be good at. And I told you those qualities and those skills are going to be, some are going to be personal qualities and skills, and some are going to be professional qualities and skills. And we're going to go through that a little deeper today. In my workshops, I do a segment called the $6 Million Foreman, and it's based off the old 70s TV show. And I know some of you are way too young to remember that, but it's on YouTube. But it's the 70s TV show, $6 Million Man, and it's a story around a Colonel Steve Austin who was a pilot, and he crashed and he was tore up pretty bad, and the government spent $6 million investing in him, and they basically made the first bionic man. They gave him a robot eyeball and a better arm and legs. He could run real fast, jump real high. But I always thought, what if we could develop the $6 Million Foreman? What if we could develop the bionic foreman? What would that look like? And I believe a bionic foreman would have certain skills and certain qualities, both personal and professional. And I asked you to make a list, and I told you we're going to go over about the top 16 qualities that I see in all my workshops all across North America. And so let's go through those. The personal qualities, the most common ones. First one's a good communicator. They got to be a good communicator. They got to be good with people. Do you know anybody that's really good with people? We need more of those guys. I'm sure you know somebody that's bad with people. I mean, you can have a job site or a board meeting that's going great. Everybody's happy. You put this guy in that meeting, everything goes to crap. We all know that guy. We need fewer of those guys, more guys that are good with people. We need guys that are loyal. Worst thing we can do is train them and they go somewhere else. We need guys that are honest. We need them to be likable. They've got to be patient in this business. You have to be patient to be a good leader? Absolutely. They got to be thick-skinned, and they've got to be humble. The professional qualities. They got to be organized. Got a lot of moving parts in this business that you got to keep track of. They've got to be skilled. They've got to be good at the trade. They've got to be good at what they do. They've got to be a good delegator. They've got to be a good leader. You know, we've got a lot of good foremen that aren't necessarily good leaders. But are we training good leaders? They got to be able to motivate others. They've got to be a teacher at heart. There's a lot of teaching in this business that has to happen. They've got to be a good problem solver, and ultimately they've got to be a good decision maker. Guys, I encourage you to keep building your list out, and I want you to bring as much detail to this list as possible, and there's a specific reason why, and we're going to talk about in later drips. And next week we're going to go through these qualities, and we're going to identify those things that can be trained in somebody and those things that cannot. Certain of these qualities and skills we can't train and develop in somebody. And it's so important to know what those are, and that's what we're going to go through next week. Guys, that's it for the Leadership Drip this week. Until next time, take care.